What's going on? What's going on, everybody? We're
yo.
back at it again.
Hey.
Coplaymedia right here on RIP Radio Network. So what's going on, fellas? What's going on with you? First off, hold on. We got some big news. We got a big guest today, right?
We got the biggest guest.
The biggest guest of all the guests.
Yup.
Okay. We got BigWalt. First off, let's introduce ourselves because, this is the guest, so we got to go first, right?
D.
Is that how you introduce yourself? Just D?
D.
This is Zamboni, of course, and of course we got some guy over here. I don't know who this guy is, but it's his name. He goes by the name BigWalt. So
How you doing?
Explain yourself. Who are you? What's going on?
Nothing. BigWalt, Zamboni's older brother.
Yes, this is my older brother.
This guy's being humble
Yes.
right now.
I
This
know,
guy
right?
has been beating us down in video games
Right.
for the better half of our lives.
Oh, I'm telling you.
In pretty much everything.
The thing is, in one of the main games that we had got started with, me and my brother here, is Street Fighter
yeah.
2. So we had that every time we play that. It's like the battle of Ryu versus Ken.
The battle of rock versus paper and scissors.
Well, not really. That's 3, but we'll add you in. Then you're like the honorary member. You know what I mean?
Really?
You see where he trying to sneak himself in there?
Yeah.
Anyway, we used to always play Street Fighter with the Ryu versus Ken. Ryu was a bit boring. You know what I mean? Ken where he was the most exciting player in the game. You know what I mean?
He was.
Yeah, exactly.
And just like Ryu, I connected with Ryu because he's, not
Stern.
as flamboyant as
Flamboyant?
as Ken was.
He's not a rich boy.
He's
you know
low
what I'm
key.
saying?
You know what I'm saying? He's the guy. He doesn't talk too much. He'll whoop your ass and not
And
make
keep it moving?
Make
Keep
a,
it moving.
a big fanfare. About
Keep it
you know what
moving
I'm
where
saying?
though?
You whoop your ass and be disappointed for the lack of challenge. You know what I'm saying? Like, what a waste of my time.
I didn't learn anything from this. Anyway, we
As a matter
got
of fact, I've never seen him smile. I've never seen Ryu smile.
Has
You know what-
Ryu smile?
You know what? That's a good statement. Like, I've never seen Rio smile. Like, never.
You really have me thinking now.
I always see Ken smiling, but Ryu just always has that.
Yeah, that little smirk, like, Yeah, that's like saying, "Have you seen a Kuma smile?" Almost. Anyways, we got a jam-packed show where, of course, we're going to have our current event segment. We're also going to have a good discussion on anime, a couple different ones we're going to talk about.
Oh, yeah.
And as well as, of course, the Go Play, No Play segment. And in honor of my sibling being here, we have the top 5 fighting game siblings. Should be interesting. Should be interesting. So we have a jam-packed show for you. We're going to keep things moving and keep things rolling. So, D, what's the first current event we're talking about today?
Streamed to death. So a guy was streaming. He was streaming
For Make-A-Wish Foundation.
For Make-A-Wish Foundation.
So hold
Went
on.
outside for a cigarette, and never came back.
He was streaming for the Make-A-Wish Foundation.
Like
Yes.
a lot of people will stream and they'll play a 24-hour session of video games to raise money.
Oh, it raises money
Money
Yes.
for the cause. So people, as he's
to
doing
pay.
it,
So people pay to watch him.
well, people can donate.
Oh,
Yeah,
they donate.
You know what I'm saying?
Somehow it raises money for, different foundations.
Magically,
So I can go home right now, play video games, and just broadcast it and get paid for it.
Well, it's not you getting
don't
paid.
Don't tell everybody. But
It's not you getting paid. It goes to a special cause for it. You're raising money for, a certain foundation.
Got it.
Anyways, back to the point. It was for
ahead.
Make-A-Wish Foundation. And apparently, I guess he took it too far. I guess he didn't take enough breaks. I guess sometimes you have to take intervals of breaks with that. But apparently it was too much. And apparently he went outside for a cigarate and
Never came
they got a
back.
phone call. Yeah.
That's like a good picture of him right there. Like
Oh,
you
so
look
he-
at the picture like during the thing, like right before he passed. That dude was looking beat down.
Yeah.
Like, life
It's sad
was-
because it was for a good cause, too.
That's
I mean,
crazy.
he was doing it too much. I think that, those 24-hour sessions of playing video games, like...
I mean, so did he? He didn't eat or drink. Did they say what the cause of death was?
I don't think that's come out yet, or else they didn't
it
report
was like a heart attack or something like that. It had something to do with not sleeping. It was one of those
Sleep
things where-
deprivation?
yeah, it was on something like that where you know what I'm saying. It's a thing. Like if you do something, for a full 24 hours and you do it on a regular like a week or two. You know what I'm saying? Because he was doing it back to back. He was doing it like every other couple of days. He would go on there.
all the time.
Really? So this was something that he would regularly do?
He was doing it on the
Oh, okay,
regular,
that makes
yeah.
more sense. I thought it was like maybe his first time doing it, but this is something he's done a couple times.
It's something that he was really pushing the limit on, and he had a strong following. He was doing well and everything, but even if it's something that you love, you still gotta pump the brakes a little bit.
So what's the longest that you guys have played video games? Like, when were you going for the record? I'll go first. I remember a specific time, and it's funny that BigWalt is here, where we got this wrestling game. And it was, I'm a WWE fan.
It's one of our Blockbuster nights.
Exactly. Exactly. So, when you rent the Blockbuster game, it's like, man, I got to get my money's worth because this is going back on Sunday.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? So you get it Friday night. You already know you're waking up early on Saturday, and then Sunday it goes back. So basically, we got the game, and on Friday we played like literally all night with X-Pac and Kane as a tag team, right? I forgot exactly which WWE game it was, but it was real cool though.
All of a sudden you look up and it's morning time.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah,
right. The sun is out. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because one of the big things we look forward to, after getting a Blockbuster game, is that the morning that we get to wake up. Who wakes up first and runs downstairs and plays the game? You know what I'm saying?
And it's the worst with the fighting game because that person gets extra training in.
Oh, man.
So it's like, I can't wait to unleash this move on you.
Yeah, I learned the combos. So I'm about to combo the heck out you.
That's the secret of how I always beat you. I wake up first. I get the training in, and every game that I've ever beaten you in is because I've trained first.
Oh my goodness, the truth comes out. I thought you were talented all this time.
As I'm resting, right? That's just terrible.
Did you ever go back upstairs and act like you weren't playing at all?
And wake up like, oh yeah, let's go downstairs and play the game.
Play the game, yeah.
I think I may have dreamed of some moves I wanted to try.
And I used to always wonder, dang, where did that come from? Jeez, you remember the Ultimate Marvel's Capcom 3 where you played with Dante and he did that combo?
Oh man, that combo did.
You were there. That was the best. I called Zamboni the other day to talk about it. I was like, do you remember when we were in my basement, we were playing the game on the projector, and it was like the sweetest finish that I've ever done in the game because it involved all three of my characters.
Oh yeah. Who was it? Dante, Spencer,
and Crimson.
Or
Crimson or whatever her name was. I forgot her name.
Oh yeah, I forgot. Okay.
Yeah, Sea Viper.
Yeah.
Crimson Viper.
Crimson Viper.
Oh, it was so annoying.
So it involved all three of my characters and involved all three of my characters' specials, and Reginald. Zambo, you didn't even get a hit in, did you?
I think you took out my full character with that. I didn't even have a rebuttal for it. Oh, okay. Excuse the loud noise. Background. It's live TV, but yeah. It's all good. Let's just keep moving. So that guy was, he was streaming and unfortunately passed away. Condolences to his family, of course.
Oh yeah,
it's definitely sad. But hey, this is a lesson. Take it easy. Especially if you're not feeling so well or you feel different. May want to turn off the game and hit that off button.
I wonder what the actual cause of death is still though. Because maybe the sleep deprivation contributed to some other condition that he may have
there
had.
must have been an underlying condition, right?
He wasn't a healthy guy. He was smoking.
He took a smoke break. He obviously took bathroom breaks. I'm sure he ate.
He had to eat.
So sleep. Yes, it's you need sleep, and it will cause a lot of issues if you don't. And from what you just said, you said that it was a continuous thing. I wonder when the last time he was. He didn't have sleep.
Yep, exactly. So let's go ahead and move on to the next current event, which is going to be cons breaking new ground. So, D, tell me a little bit about that.
Oh, man. So in certain places around the world where in the Middle East and whatnot, people are finally able to have one of the greatest events ever, such as anime conventions. And it's really awesome. You see pictures of people creating their own costumes, making it by hand. And the stuff that they're doing is truly amazing. I think it's great. To see that experience and to see the world as an ever-changing, ever-growing melting pot. It just goes to show how close we are, with technology and everything.
Oh, yes. I think it definitely is breaking ground with that, and a question for you guys regarding this, if you could go to a convention outside of the U.S., which convention would you go to? where would you go to for
Japan.
a convention? Outside of Japan. Somewhere different.
Dubai.
Ooh, baller.
Yes.
Yeah.
That does sound nice.
Yeah.
Dubai sounds nice.
Dubai, that's a good answer. Yeah.
I agree with
definitely.
that. But, it's definitely something like in an area that you think probably wouldn't be celebrating that for whatever reason you think, right?
I would probably go somewhere lame like Spain, like where my weak Spanish might carry me through, you know what I'm saying? Like
Week after taking how many years of Spanish, right?
All the years of Spanish.
I think I took like 2 or 3 years of Spanish and just don't know a lick.
Don't know a lick. It's sad.
And when you're going to school, it's like, oh, man, I don't really care about learning this. And then when you grow up, it's like, dang, man, I wish I would have paid just a little bit more attention.
You just start getting hit with all those situations. Like, oh man, I wish I knew Spanish. Like,
right. Okay, so let's move on to the next current event. It looks like it's regarding PewDiePie, one of the biggest YouTube casters. Basically, what happened with this, and it's actually a very sad story with him. He had a joke that went wrong, right? And it was a very, to say the least, right? I see the reactions.
To say the least.
Yeah, and it was very prejudiced, and it was.
That's him.
Yeah,
it was a very hateful.
That's your boy Felix right there,
and it was regarding a certain religion that he was targeting with that joke. But this is a guy known for pushing the limits, right?
Well, I mean, PewDiePie is literally the biggest YouTuber in all of the history of YouTube.
Right.
He
was even in South Park too, right?
He was in South Park. Yeah. He's and he had a deal with Walt Disney. He had a great deal with them. He had sponsors. He had a show coming out that had hundreds of people involved with it, hundreds of jobs, and he lost it all. I don't know, pushing the envelope, trying to be himself. It was just one of those things where he truly, I don't think it was something where it was hate in his heart, but I think he just, I don't know. But he apologized. I guess we should be happy about that.
You think about different people that make certain jokes, like, some of my favorite shows like South Park and Family Guy and all those different shows that push the limit. And, do people just find those more tasteful than what he was saying? Or
I personally don't know this guy. I've never heard of him before.
He's weird.
I don't want to hear. I mean, not. I wonder how harsh his joke was in comparison to South Park or to Family Guy, to these other, or movies that are being, they can be anti-Semitic or racist or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Is it just because maybe, he's a YouTube caster that, has this certain persona and they weren't expecting him to say something like that?
Well, I find it the biggest difference between shows like South Park, Family Guy, and stuff like that, and what boy Felix here did was that it's also about the people that you have backing you. Mm-hmm. Comedy Central will do whatever South Park wants, because South Park is what really got Comedy Central going in the very beginning, when before they were just doing infomercials and stand-up comedy. South Park was there in the beginning to really take it where they were. So they were able to push the envelope. Mm-hmm. But when a huge mega billion-dollar corporation is trying to jump into the YouTube game, and Felix is doing something that, and I think is not only was it crass, but I think it also wasn't as funny. Family Guy and South Park, they put a lot of thought and a lot of multiple levels of comedy in what they do. You laugh and you're like, wait, and then you laugh and it's like, oh, you know what? These guys kind of brought a point in right here.
But how about this? Think about, because have you heard the clip? Have you seen?
Yes.
Okay. So think about what he said, right?
Mm-hmm.
Compared to when Kramer was on stage and did his little racist remarks, and how Kramer is revered now. I mean, because some people really, they don't hate him for it anymore, and he apologized and everything. So is it along the same lines? Is it as bad as that?
You want to know why I think it is because the way he did it and the way it was executed, and we talked about the shows that obviously have certain type of racist jokes in there. Mm-hmm. It's almost like you believe that that's the way he really thinks. By the way it was delivered.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it looks so. You know what I'm saying? Like, some people could say something.
It came out so naturally.
It came out. It looked planned. It looked like he planned. He paid for somebody to do it. He told them what to do. He wrote out what they're supposed to do. He thought they wouldn't do it, and they did.
Right. And it's like, why? You know what I'm saying? It's like why? And you wonder why people do these certain things, especially when you have so much to lose. You know what I mean?
How many followers did he have on?
Oh my goodness,
over 15 million.
Yeah,
15
He's
million.
the biggest YouTuber in all of
literally. On our South Park show, he was like literally like on the show, like
whoa.
It was. Yeah.
That's a lot of money.
Yes.
Yeah, and he dropped the deal with Disney, man. When he dropped the ball with that, like people lost jobs. He lost millions of dollars, even though he's already a millionaire.
Oh yeah, he's a millionaire now.
He's a millionaire now. You know?
He's not making any more money off of YouTube.
Well, I mean, YouTube restricted his videos and stuff like that, and he's actually, strangely enough, the press have not been kind to PewDiePie. You know, he did interviews with Wall Street Journal and whatnot, and they didn't. I mean, the joke was so bad, there's really no way you can really twist it. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's very hard to be like, oh, it was a mistake.
Right. Let me take a look at it. I want to see what he did that was. I mean, I'm not. I just want to see how bad it was.
It's
not only is it bad, but it's like what?
I mean, think about. Is he a comedian? Is he a comedian?
Kind of. He's a personality.
Well, he has a history of pushing the envelope. And
he does skits and stuff like
that. Yeah, he plays games and records and
he plays video games.
Yeah, he's a video. Yeah,
he's always like PewDiePie.
And he does jokes while he plays the game and all.
Sounds like I've heard them.
Yeah, you definitely heard of him. Yeah.
Yeah, like he always does that joint.
And that's why Cartman was playing with him. He was like, PewDiePie. PewDiePie. Anyways, any final thoughts on that real quick? Or we're going.
I mean, I feel as if it makes all YouTubers look bad. I think big industries like Walt Disney and Miramax and stuff like that take a second look at all YouTubers and wonder if we're, worth the trouble.
Yeah. So I think we all agree it's cool to push the envelope as long as it's, something not so overtly.
I mean, come on. If you write something, that's supposed to be, because if you said he wrote it out and it was a skit, right? Mm-hmm. So if you wrote it out, you want to have. I mean, you find out if it's funny before you actually put it on there. You don't put stuff. I mean, if something that close to the line of crossing the line, you know what I'm saying? You might want to have one of your Jewish friends or whatever, just like, do you think this is going to be bad? If I
exactly.
Like, hey, do you think this is a bad idea?
Right. Someone had to step in, but
just like if he had a joke with black people or whatever, if he had some black friends, he doesn't want to surprise them with that, and then all of a sudden he's playing his game and get choked out for no reason, doesn't know why. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I mean, he should have ran it by somebody. It's material.
I think that was something that he didn't run by anybody.
Yeah.
He didn't run by anybody. He threw it out there. He thought he was being satirical when he was doing it, and it bombed.
He's like, I'm like South Park.
No, you're not. You're not. All right, so let's move on. The last current event segment, and this one's going to be really quick. Resident Evil and Castlevania Netflix series are coming soon. Are you excited or no?
I'm very excited about it. Netflix
Animated?
is really...
No, I believe it's just a live show. I believe.
Truthfully, that's even better. Like, I'm a huge fan of Castlevania.
I love Castlevania.
I'm a huge fan of Resident Evil, and if they can do it right, especially the way they've been doing Daredevil and
Resident
Cage.
Evil can be very, very scary.
Oh yeah,
it can be very scary. So if they do it right, I'm not a big fan of all this Resident Evil movies, but I mean, if just like someone they put Spider-Man out there and then they redid it again and redid it again. If someone does it right, and I think Netflix has a lot of good shows. You know what I'm saying? That are original to Netflix.
Yes.
So
House of Cards, all that.
They have a lot.
Oh, they're dominating.
They have a lot of them.
Yeah.
So if it's done right, because is it a movie or is it a series?
I think it's a series.
It's a series.
Yeah. Oh, that's awesome. So if they do it right,
especially with shows like Walking Dead and stuff out there, like the market is already there. They're waiting for it.
I'm more excited about the Castlevania one. I mean, I don't know how they're going to do that, especially involving Dracula and all that.
What time period is Castlevania? What?
That's a good question.
Because there's
1700s. I don't know.
Because
you just threw out a number.
I mean, he had a whip and was wearing armor. I don't know what time.
That's true. Time I'm not trying to live in. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got people getting burned up, being accused of witches and Dracula,
burned at the stake.
Like that's just a crazy time to live in. You know what I mean?
Super crazy time to live in.
But that sounds like it's an interesting series.
Okay, so real quick, so let's go into this anime discussion, okay?
Anime discussion!
And we're discussing anime animes that. And we're discussing animes that BigWalt is familiar with.
Yes.
We'll spend about a couple minutes on each one. Let's get this one out the way because I know this is one we're most excited about, which is Naruto.
Naruto.
Yeah. So tell us what you think about Naruto.
It's exciting, but then it's also sad at the same time because it's over.
Yeah.
Pretty much. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah, because
It sucks because especially if you've been watching it for so long and you've been really diving into
we've been watching Naruto for like over 7 years, guys.
Yeah, I mean,
Let me tell you something. I had when Zamboni came back to my house from college, right? And then he, started watching this cartoon. And I'm like, what is this? Like, this is, just trust me.
like just watch it for 5
Trust
minutes.
me. You know, it's funny because you said the same thing to me, and I say the same thing to him.
And then it's like the best cartoon I've ever oh my God.
Yeah.
I love this.
Yeah, the thing
It's
about
awesome.
it is like the fight scenes are so fantastic, but it's just really the story of Naruto, the story of Sasuke, the story of Kakashi. There's
All
so
of
many
them.
different
All of
stories.
them.
Yeah,
All of them.
yeah.
And
Rock
all of the
Lee.
fillers, like at the time, maybe the fillers came at a time that you were very upset because it was in the middle of a fight sequence.
Oh, yeah.
But the fillers, they gave a lot of substance to the characters.
Yeah.
Definitely.
And it's like, after, how many episodes? 500 or so?
Yeah.
Are we
feel like
talking about Naruto and Naruto Shippuden?
We're talking about both, both.
Over 700.
Yeah, so it's like you feel like you grew up with these people.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, right.
I was right there with Naruto when he was 12 up
You know
to
what
when he
I'm
was
saying?
16,
Yeah, you know what I'm
man.
saying?
When
No
he was
one in the
sitting on
village messed
swing,
with them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's crazy. And it's funny now how, you look at it and they're adults and they have adult problems. you know?
Yeah.
They got kids.
They got kids.
My kid's out here running wild,
I'm
acting
gonna pay
stupid.
these
It's
bills.
crazy.
You know what I'm saying? My kid punched me the other day and it hurt for real.
Man, I need a mission, dog.
My daughter has the Byakugan
Byakugan.
and almost killed my son. Like, this is crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, this is...
It's tight though.
I love it.
We were talking about. We had an episode about the top 5 fights in Naruto, and I think number 1 that came in for us, and you could tell me if you remember it, is the Kakashi versus the Hidan and Kakuzu.
Oh.
With with Shikamaru, where Shikamaru kills the guy.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, man, that was awesome.
That came in number 1 for us.
Yeah, that was one. Actually, I think that was one of the first ones you showed me.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And it was like dang, this Shikamaru is
Smart.
Yeah.
Right. That was the best part because he was always like a lazy, good for nothing. Like everyone looked at Shikamaru like he was.
Oh,
a
hold
bum.
on,
This is a drag.
whoa! You said good for nothing. No, that definitely was never the case.
It was never the
He was
case?
just lazy and
He
didn't
was
want to
just
be
lazy.
bothered.
He's like, this
what
is
a
a
bother.
drag.
Like,
This is a drag. This is a
yeah.
drag.
And then you'd be like, man, he can only do the shadow thing, even though the shadow thing was vicious. But at the same time, though, he just used it so well. And once he catches you, it's like, what did he say every time he catches you with the shadow?
Complete would be
Yeah,
like
yeah.
shadow capture complete or something like that.
Yeah.
And the thing about it is, like, anytime when they were all in, any fight sequences when they were in groups with Shikamaru in it.
Mm-hmm. Shikamaru,
if you-
Choji,
Well, anybody, like even if he was fighting with Naruto or against anybody, Orochimaru, anybody. So if you look at Shikamaru, it's like he's never really like frazzled by the situation,
Right.
Never.
And
Yeah.
if he ever is, then it's really really bad.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I notice if it ever is, he finds a way to bail out for like 2 seconds. Like he'll
Right.
jump behind a rock. Like, so what am I gonna do? Like, how,
Right.
All
And,
right,
and
all
he's
right.
always convening with somebody like, I just need one other person. Like, I just need you. Like, I need you to come here, and this is what you're going to do, okay? And then I'm
man.
going to do this, okay?
Shikamaru is a beast.
Yeah.
Not only Shikamaru, but another thing that I appreciate is the development of each character's abilities. You know what I'm
Right,
saying?
yes.
Shikamaru went from the shadow hold to the shadow grab to the shadow strangle to,
Right.
you know what I'm saying, to having
Right.
the kunai with the shadows, and he would throw it.
And he got it from Asuma, which to me, Asuma's death is like one of the biggest moments in Naruto.
Oh, yeah.
Especially the way he was knocked off though.
The way he
like,
was knocked
stab
off was
yourself,
awesome.
bow, like like, and Shikamaru just chasing him. One more fight I want to bring up before we move on from that is Obito and Kakashi. I think that's one of the best fights. What do you mean?
Yeah, I mean,
hands
it's an
down.
awesome fight,
I think the way
When they were doing the back,
there was so
flashback,
there was
with
so
it?
much emotion in that fight.
So yeah, you really felt for both
It's like
characters.
me fighting you. They were
Right,
brothers.
exactly,
You know what I'm saying?
exactly. It was on
Like
the
grew
same-
up together,
Yeah.
you know, like and you could tell like they had that one fight when they were young. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That
I mean,
one
imagine how
serious go.
Kakashi had to feel fighting someone he thought was dead.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
And it's like, I thought you were dead this whole time.
Like I thought you were dead,
we
and
were
now you're
boys. Like, what happened?
Like
And you
what
s-
happened?
And you saw in the beginning when they put up the statement, like, man, all I can give you now is death. That's all I can give
Yeah,
you.
like
You
I'm
know?
sorry, but like apologize. Like
Yeah.
I'm so sorry. I'm
Yeah.
gonna kill you.
Right. Right. Another anime that we talked about was Initial D. Initial D. And this is from way back. Now, this is going back a little bit, but what's Initial D about?
Initial D is like so near and dear to my heart. Obviously, you know, when I started driving, I had a 95 Nissan Maxima that was a stick shift, right? And I pimped it out a little bit, you know, had a nice little sound system, put a little TV in there and everything.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And the TV up front, I always had Initial D
Every
playing
single
on it.
time. But it was so tight, though.
Now, Initial D is it's an anime about this guy who kind of has like this. His father owns like a little grocery store, and he makes deliveries at night to different different people or whatever. He makes deliveries, but the route in which he goes to make these deliveries, it's like this really windy road, and it's actually a road that known street racers use at night to block off and and race each other. And so the thing about it was the father of the boy, I forget his name, but the father was like this really awesome street racer.
Oh, yeah, he was. Yeah, I remember that, yeah.
And he is usually the one that drives. It's a Panda Trueno, and the funny part about that is when I found out what the actual car was, because it's a real car. The Panda Trueno is a Toyota Corolla.
Yeah. It's a Toyota Corolla.
A hatchback,
Right.
a Toyota
Yeah.
Corolla hatchback, right? So that car, had its special, suspension, and it had its special tires and all that other stuff, and it was able to, as long as the driver was able to, it was able to, navigate these windy roads with ease, and it's sorry.
Excuse the sound technical difficulties. Go ahead.
So he's able to navigate these roads with ease. So the whole premise of the show is drifting,
Yeah.
and something that I've never been able to do in my 95 Maxima. Of course, I've tried, but it's like a technique in which you use the e-brake and you use the regular brake and you turn the wheel. It's counter steering, so it's like you turn the car to the right, and the wheels are, facing to the right, but the car is like drifting to the left.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like you have to do it a specific way, but, I've tried. I've tried it just like how Initial D puts it out there, but it just never works. So the father is actually, the person that they think is driving the car, because, they know that the father is like this legendary driver.
Right.
But it's actually the son. And it's the son who's going down racing. He's not even in the race, but he's passing these souped up Lexuses,
And he's just trying to drive regular.
yeah,
like
he's just
driving.
delivering groceries. As a matter of fact, what the father does is he takes a glass of water and he puts it inside the cup holder, and if you drift correctly,
The water
shouldn't spill.
won't spill.
Yeah.
it just
Right.
it gets to the edge.
Right, it'll get like really close,
and
right?
It won't go over. But yeah. So it's a long, whole series of just when they finally find out that it's the kid that everybody hates him now. And
Right.
once his friends are like, oh, the legendary Trueno was on the thing last night. Like he's never saying, oh yeah, that was me. He's just like, oh really?
Yep.
I
I'm just
know.
doing my job. I'm trying to make a living by delivering these groceries, and you guys are in my way.
And when they find out that it is him, they're like, man, you can get all the girls, and you're so, you can do this and that, and join this team, this racing team, and everybody from other towns in Japan want to come race them and all this other stuff. But I love that cartoon.
It's one of those things where the reason why I love anime, because not only is it like a crazy experience or a visual like masterpiece, but it's also, you know, they're able to transition into real life things like, you know, boxing, racing, you know, sports, things that are actually, you know, going on in real life, and the way that they do it is in such a way that I know from you watching the show, Walter, like not only did it spark an interest, but there was also a lot of stuff that you learned about racing, drifting,
right?
You know,
it definitely teaches you
tricking
something.
out your car, you know what I'm saying? Stuff to do with your
Yeah.
engine, stuff to do with your brakes, your tires, so that you can.
I never thought about it like
race
that.
better like that.
It does teach you something.
It
you know
teaches you about the cars. All that stuff is great, and it's like, you know, it's what you could really be getting if you could watch these shows. If it's something that can spark an interest, and it's something that can
that's
deepen
why
it,
animes are so much better than American cartoons.
American cartoons.
Right. They just have so much substance. You know, it's not just, you know, these
wacky cartoon comedies.
I mean,
it's
they
like,
do have some,
but
they have. There's so many animes out there, so many like that you haven't even heard of, and they cover every single topic that you can think of.
Right,
everything.
So the next anime we're going to talk about real quick is going to be Dragon Ball Super. We'll talk about this. Give this one 2 to 3 minutes real quick.
You rolled your eyes over there. You don't like it?
You know what? I like Dragon Ball Z. I stick with Dragon Ball Z. I don't want no GT. I don't want no Super Duper. I don't want none of that
no
stuff.
Kai.
No Kai. Oh, goodness, no Kai.
So wait a minute.
Kai.
I do have a question about it. So is this like before GT?
No.
So it's after GT.
They just disregarded GT because it
is
was
GT
so terrible.
just thrown out?
GT, I think, is like some mistake almost.
Yeah.
Everyone knows that. Yeah.
Everyone knows it's a mistake.
They don't refer to it at all. You know. They don't,
Okay.
It's after Z.
Okay, so it's pretty much this is the end after the end of the Boo saga.
Yep. This is after Z.
Where everybody wanted it to start over. When you have that many fans saying, "Man, GT sucks."
Let's make
I barely
Goku a
watched
child.
GT.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
We're gonna bring Goku back to his roots.
I mean, the best part about it was, or I guess best part is when he turned into a SSJ4. But
yeah.
I just like the way it looked. Even watching him fight wasn't all that great, you know. But Super is much better than GT.
So why? Because I haven't seen much of it, and I haven't been trying to see much of it. Why should I watch? Me being a Dragon Ball Z fan, why should I watch?
So
it?
here's one thing that you're not gonna like, which I don't like about Super, in comparison to Z. Goku is an idiot.
Goku has always been an idiot.
No. He is an idiot. Like they
what do you mean, like an
dumbed
idiot?
him down. Like he's just oblivious to certain things, and you know, like one time he flew down and Krillin was in because Krillin's a cop now, you know, so Krillin's in a gunfight.
Time out, Krillin's a cop.
I mean, come on, what else is he gonna do?
I'm done.
What else is he gonna do?
He could do anything. He could fight in martial arts tournaments.
Krillin
is the strongest person
the strongest
in the world.
The strongest human being.
Strongest human being in the world, and he becomes a cop? Lame.
Yeah.
Does he has a gun?
Yes.
What do you mean?
Does he? Why is he not shooting people
And
with
he got
energy
shot.
beams?
What? What do you mean?
He got shot in the arm.
What do you mean he gets shot?
He got shot.
By like a common
As a
criminal?
matter of fact, it was he got shot in the arm, and the particular episode that I'm thinking
You can
about.
just end the segment right there.
Oh! This never would have happened to me 2 years ago.
As a matter of fact, he was like this. He was like, this never happened to me. Now I need to get back on my martial arts training. And that
I mean, that's a huge fall off.
Getting
though.
shot in the arm made him start training in martial arts again. But the reason I say Goku is dumb, you know, is because he's just now he's not as smart as he was. He's still battle smart, of course, but he's not as smart as he wasn't a genius in Z, but.
Right.
Is he still a terrible father and husband?
I know, right?
Goku is a terrible father.
He is. he be balling on the kids like, I'm gone. Chi just take care of him. I'm out. That's what.
He doesn't even know his other son. You know what I'm saying?
No, right.
Goten. He doesn't even know that guy. Like,
yeah, I mean, he was dead. I mean, when he was born, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But so he flew down in this while Krillin was in a gunfight. And it wasn't even
I'm sorry.
It wasn't even apparent to Goku those were bad guys shooting at him. He's just standing there like, oh, what's going on? I'm like, come on now, like you can have a better reaction to Krillin hiding behind a car with 2 other cops and guys shooting at him.
Goku probably doesn't believe it. Like, what are you hiding from? What have you been doing? Like, dog, just please. They are busting.
My nigga, what are bullets?
As a matter of fact, in another moment in the show,
serious.
Goku got carjacked.
How is Goku driving?
Is this Dragon Ball gets real?
Doesn't he teleport still? Like, I don't understand.
Instant transmission or something?
Chi makes him work because she needs him to tend to the farm and make money. Because fighting isn't making money. Right. It's saving the world. And apparently the only person who benefited from that was Mr. Satan.
But shouldn't Satan just be balling out on everybody? Because isn't Gohan married to his daughter?
Gohan is Videl. Gohan. Yeah. No, is Videl the granddaughter or Pan is the granddaughter.
Yeah, Pan's the granddaughter.
Videl is Satan's daughter, and Boo is. Do you know who Boo is in Super?
Yeah.
Boo. But do you know?
Didn't he turn human or something like that?
Nah, he's still Boo. But his role in Super is like Mr. Satan's like pet / best friend.
Is he still strong?
Oh, hell yeah.
Wait.
Isn't it Fat Boo, right?
Yeah, the Fat Boo.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So you
the
mean
kid-like Boo, he's like his personality is like kid-like.
Yeah.
But
a retarded
but
child.
he's like, he can still fight, but he, Mr. Satan is like his father pretty much.
That's weird.
Yeah,
and Mr. Satan was so scared of him in Dragon Ball Z, right? Yeah.
Oh, he was super scared.
Well, who wasn't scared of Boo?
Oh, man.
Boo was like that ultimate villain.
Boo was...
Super is good though. I don't want to. I don't want to say too much.
No. The stuff you're telling us is hilarious.
I'm just bringing out stuff that's
like
kind of kind of crazy. There's a lot of more crazy stuff. Gohan. Gohan is like skinny and he's a scholar now.
That's lame.
Walter,
you have not said anything that would make me watch the show.
So in one arc, the Trunks arc, right? Trunks knows Gohan. Obviously, you remember when Trunks and Gohan fought. Who did they fight in the future? They fought together.
They fought. Wasn't it the androids, right?
The androids. And
androids.
Gohan
6, 17. Yeah, remember they killed
Gohan. Died.
Yeah.
So when Trunks comes back from the future,
right?
Trunks remembers that Gohan is a beast, right?
Mm-hmm.
When he sees the new Gohan. He was extremely disappointed.
like, dude, what happened?
He's like looking at him like, oh my God, like, but you're not the, super. Like, I looked up to you, but he still does because it's Gohan, but it's different.
Can he still turn Super Saiyan?
Of course, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Okay, then that's good.
Well, there's a lot to it, but Super is pretty. It's vicious.
So is Super better than Z? That's last thoughts on it. Super better than Z?
It's better than GT. I ain't got to watch it.
It's not even comparison. Super better than Z?
No. It's
worth
up there. It's up there. But
Z is like one of the best.
Going. Super is still going. There's certain aspects of Super that are better than Z, but Z altogether was vicious. But think about this:
are the fights better?
Yes. Z is better to you because of what it was to you when you were growing up. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
If you go back now and look at Z, you're like, this is kind of, this was cool back then, but this is kind of, this is a little boring. But
powering up for 3 episodes.
Yeah, like that's what I'm saying. So Z is vicious for what it is. You know what I'm saying? But Super is a better cartoon or a better anime to watch now because of how, but it's because of Z. You know what I'm saying? Z
made Super, basically.
Yeah, but I'm not going to say Super is better than Z, but it's not that far off. It's pretty good, though. You know what I'm saying? It's not that bad.
So are we going to take a break right here? Or okay, we'll take a quick 1-minute break real quick.
Yeah.
And then we'll come on back. Check us out.
Cool.
Yay. We gotta do something about
Find me a Kendall Jenner, I be a gentleman to her. Catch up. Give me a Jordan, then she never gon' finish a nigga. Oh yeah. Walk by on fire, baby, can't douse it. That body banging, what's that? You should model, girl, the overkin. Walk by on fire, baby, can't douse it. That body banging, what's that? I walk by again, I need a look quick. Oh yeah. Go switch, switch, switch. Go switch, go switch, go switch, switch, go switch. My bitch. Go switch, there go switch, go switch, there go switch, go. Make sure your posture right, baby. Switch, sugar lobster like. I know I think. And she told me fuck her and call her a bad bitch. I could never cuff her, I'm stuck on this rap shit. Fucking up the budget with nothing but rap shit. I know I think. Shade butter Twitter be calling shorty a queen. Head game silly, might give her the Don C. Head game killing, I get her a new quick. In case you behind, oh, let me remind you the way that I make my move. Wale from the Maybach crew. Heard about me, what they say about you. 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 Party in the hills, tell that pussy come through. Hold it. Walk by on fire, baby, can't douse it. That body banging, what's that? You should model, girl, the overkin. Walk by on fire, baby, can't douse it. That body banging, what's that? I walk by again, I need a look quick. Hold it. Go switch, switch, switch. Go switch, go switch, go. I got you. Switch, go switch. My bitch, you wanna sit front row? Ask me, get anything that you want, though. She a fashion killer, me, I'm a cut, though.
Welcome back to the show.
We have returned.
Exactly. So we talked about some animes that were coming, that we are kind of looking at right now.
Oh yeah. Can we go into like the favorite one? Like I've been dying for this during the Dragon Ball conversation. Yeah, like can we please go into One Punch Man?
Ha! Oh yeah. Let's talk about
Man.
One Punch.
Was that loud?
One Punch Man.
I watched the entire season in one day.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Seriously.
Is it that good?
You haven't seen it?
First, okay,
No, I have not seen it.
Oh my god.
Let me tell you how I stumbled across One Punch Man. So I'm on YouTube, right, and I'm looking at these little mashups that fans create.
Yeah.
Fans create these mashups and actually create. Some of them are pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
Like create Dragon Ball Z arcs of their own, and there was this one. It was Goku versus Saitama. I'm like, who the hell is that? You know what I'm saying? This guy, this bald guy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I watched it. And I'm like, oh, dang. I mean, they're making it seem like this guy is pretty vicious.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, what is he from?
And I see the cape and everything. It looks so corny a little bit.
Well, that's part of the joke.
It's supposed to be. You know what I'm saying? It's supposed to be like a superhero.
It's like satire. Like he is an over embellishment of what people see heroes as. They call him One Punch Man because most of his fights, 90% of his fights, he's ended in one punch.
So he just punches the fuck out of you.
Most of the time, yeah, like
pretty much
one punch is like a cow. Like
it's funny.
It's the funniest thing ever.
But you think that you don't want to watch an anime where the guy beats the enemy in one punch, but actually it's vicious.
It's so vicious,
and it's over. One hit a quitter.
And
Bow.
He's so like lackadaisical with how he even is. So how he even got this strength is funny as hell to me.
Oh, where he did 100 push-ups and 100 sit-ups and ran like a kilometer a day or something
for 3 years.
For 3 years.
And all of a sudden now he can fly.
Yep.
He can fly.
Well, basically, I mean, he's so strong that when he jumps, he's like flying.
He's a superhuman. Like the story is pretty vicious because there's this cyborg, right?
Mm-hmm.
What's his name? Genos. Yeah. There's a cyborg who
who's vicious.
He's vicious. He's actually
So it's a robot basically.
Yeah, he's like
an android.
He's a vicious Krillin.
Yeah. He has like.
You talking about the robot?
Yeah, that guy, vicious Krillin right there. That guy is vicious Krillin.
Like,
okay,
he's looking.
This fight, he was fighting him. He said, "I want to challenge you to a fight, and if I can win, then you have to become my master or something like that." So, this fight in particular, Genos was going all out. He was doing everything.
He be using
that
the
he could do.
electricity and fire
And just as look at. Does he
Look
look
how
like he's even in a fight?
like he looks like, remember when Gohan had the superhero thing and it had that cape and all that?
Yeah.
Yeah, with the green, that's what it looks like.
that was a boss right there.
Oh man! Just looking at it, I want to watch it all. I'm so mad that it wasn't the amount of episodes it was. It wasn't even.
How many episodes is it?
Like 12, 13.
Yeah. Oh, that sucks.
But I think one thing that what makes this anime really special is the limited amount of episodes.
Oh,
you
he
know?
looks fast too.
See this?
Oh,
If he would have punched him with this, because he didn't, you know what I'm saying? He taps him and says, "Let's go get lunch." But yeah,
whoa! So he stopped it right before he hits him.
Look what happened behind him after this part, though. Like he cleared a mountain range.
Yeah.
Like it was.
and you know what I'm saying? There's a hero organization in the show as well, and he's like ranked C, right?
So yeah, there's an actual hero organization. Apparently there's a lot of bad guys. There's a lot of enemies out there doing whatever they want, right? Mm-hmm. So they have this. They don't want people fighting crime that are unregistered. Right?
Yeah.
Saying it's illegal. You know what I'm saying? So they have this hero organization that you have to register yourself, and you go through this training or whatever it is, or not really a training. It's a ranking system. Mm-hmm. You know, you punch the bags, you go through the obstacle courses, whatever, and you get your rank. You know what I'm saying? The vicious ones are ranked S.
Yeah.
Okay.
The
S
crappy
ranked,
one,
okay.
Yep. S is the top rank.
Okay.
And then you go down to I think ABC, right?
A, B, C, D.
Yeah. So he's a D.
No, he's a C.
Is he a C?
He's a C.
Is he a C now? But he started off as D, right?
Ooh. No, he started off as C, and then I think he moved.
I mean,
to
either
D.
way, a C or a D.
Okay.
Is not
He
one of the
started
top
off
ranked.
low because he's more powerful than the only person that I don't think he can is that the girl.
Oh, that girl whose hair kind of like
Green,
frills up.
yeah. She's a beast.
Yeah, because she be doing all types of like.
She's
Does she do one kick or something? What does she
she's
do?
psychopath. She's like the she's like Jean Grey. She's like
yes,
Jean Grey.
yes,
Oh,
she's
okay,
like
okay.
psychic.
She's
like,
She has psychic
She's
powers.
like Phoenix.
Okay.
She's as powerful as Phoenix.
Yeah, okay.
But you know she can use it anytime she wants to. And she has a sister also who's is she ranked S or A?
And she's like A. She's not as good.
but I think she's the only one that can kind of there's this other old man. He's something Wolf or whatever.
Oh, have you seen that? That was the fight. That was a cool little fight that they had where it was like his superpower is something that has to do with luck. Like he keeps winning in rock paper scissors, and they have like a thing where there's like a mallet, so they do rock paper scissors, and like whoever lose, he bonks them on the head with the hammer, and there's like a helmet in between, so you can put the helmet on.
Okay, yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
First I'm like, what are you talking about? But yeah, that's when they went to his dojo, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So he's like a dojo master, and he's like he's the best, of course, in that dojo. He's ranked S. He's an old man, but he wants students, but he only has one, right?
Yep.
He has one student,
Right.
And he's not disappointed with the student, but he likes to teach other people. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So one time it was him. So someone had declared war on everybody, I guess, and they were shooting like this missile or something towards the Earth. Or no, it was a meteor.
It was a meteor falling.
A meteor falling towards the Earth.
And
nobody. The only thing that people could do was evacuate the city. You know what I'm
Wow.
saying? Genos had tried to destroy it with as much firepower as he could, and he did try, but it was like
Genos
chipped off a little piece of it.
he's such a Krillin.
Yeah.
He's such a Krillin.
Here's
man.
the messed up part about this meteor.
Mm-hmm.
So no one could do anything about it. What the hero organization had came up with was, we're going to evacuate. You know what I'm saying? Because this is going to cause damage, and it's going to destroy everybody in this vicinity, right? So at this time, Saitama, he is ranked. You know what I'm saying? He's ranked D, and so Genos, since Genos was up there trying to do something about it, because Genos is like he wants to be the hero. He wants to be the hero, as opposed of Saitama, who really doesn't want to be the hero. You know what I'm saying? He doesn't
he has pure intentions for being a hero.
Right. He doesn't. It's not like he wants it for any glory.
Okay.
He doesn't want any glory at all. You know what I'm saying? He doesn't even. It doesn't. So, at one episode, it did get to him that that.
Oh,
people,
the little kid.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It's like he gets upset that someone didn't give him as much shine as he was supposed to. But whatever the case is, the meteor was falling towards the Earth. No one could do anything. Saitama gave it his one punch. Didn't destroy it. Cracked it in two or into much smaller pieces.
Right.
So it still fell to Earth. It still caused damage, right? Caused a lot of damage. But instead of people praising him for the fact that he minimized the damage that it was going to cause,
they were like, he spread the damage.
They were pretty much saying he caused this and he made it. These other two C-ranked heroes that are actually brothers, their whole thing was to blame it on him and have everybody, all the people, blame him and get on him for not being able to save them or whatever it was. But it's a good series. You know what I'm saying?
Who would you suggest it for? Is it for like
anybody who likes shonen?
Yeah.
Anybody who likes action, anybody who, because in my opinion,
it seems like you can get through it pretty quickly.
Yeah,
too, right?
it's really quick. It's real easy. It looks beautiful, and the way
easy to watch.
Very easy to watch. Saitama is very likable. Genos is very likable. Everybody else, as far as like character development, is not as strong.
Yeah,
but
it's because it's so short.
Because it's so short.
Yeah.
And the last fight in the end, amazing.
So I know we're running close to time limit. Are we able to do a go play, no play? Let's just do the Nintendo Switch. It's a big deal. Obviously, they're going to have a couple games out with the launch. Let's take a look at Legend of Zelda real quick. For the Legend of Zelda, the go play, no play segment 5. Yeah. Take your time with that. But yeah, what do you guys think about the Nintendo Switch in general?
I'm gonna get it. I'm not gonna get it when it comes out. I may get it like if there's something amazing that comes with it, like Pokemon or something like Pokemon Red comes out on the Nintendo Switch. And
You still play Pokemon?
No.
Yes, he does. He has it on his phone. Don't lie.
All right, I have it on my phone.
Me too, though. I'm not gonna lie either.
It's not Pokemon Go. I got
or something.
I got an emulator, and I'm playing Pokemon Red from like '95.
My man.
There we go. Yeah.
You never got into the Pokemon Go? Well, we got the video launched up. Let's take a look at Zelda.
No, I don't.
The history of the royal family of Hyrule is also the history of the Calamity Ganon, a primal evil that has endured over the ages.
Tells me that you have no recollection of me, however. I think you are now ready to hear what happened 100 years ago.
Everything I've done up until now, it was all for nothing.
So what do you guys think of The Legend of Zelda, Breath of
Holy
Fire,
smokes.
Breath of the Wild? I said Breath of Fire, excuse me. Breath of the Wild. What do you guys think about it?
Is it out now?
Not yet. Not yet.
The Switch.
The Switch is out.
The Switch is out.
Not yet for Zelda.
I wasn't a big fan of the Switch, but I'm a big fan of this Zelda game. I like that.
Oh yeah.
I mean, what Zelda game is like, are you not excited about?
Zamboni, what is the
Ocarina of Time? Of course, I say this like I feel like I say this every show. Ocarina of Time is the best, one of the best video games of all time.
I'm sure.
Easy,
I'm sure.
easy. Surprisingly,
It's
Real
the
quick,
reason why
real
we're
quick.
so close.
real quick.
Would you play it?
Yeah, I love.
Would you play it?
Go play.
Go play it.
Okay, and hold on 1 second. You ready to sing Happy Birthday, D?
No.
Ready? 1, 2, 3. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Big Walt. All right, we got to sign off. This is Coplaymedia right here on Rip Radio Network. Check us out
Happy
next time.
birthday, Mom.